Upset alerts for week 14, also known as rivalry week. We're going to start with one that's not a rivalry, but it is a huge game. Miami is favored by 6.5 in a game where the kickoff temperature is going to be in the low 30s against a ranked team. What could possibly go wrong? Miami, again, minus 6.5 at Pitt. College football playoff hopes on the line for Miami. Notre Dame just went in there and Pitt a couple of weeks ago and beat them pretty good. A lot of folks are going to pay attention to how good Miami does. And then if Miami beats them worse than Notre Dame did, they'll just pivot to a new reason to keep Miami out of the playoffs because there's this cabal out there. If you've ever watched Blacklist, you know exactly what I mean. There's this anti-Miami cabal that is hell-bent on keeping them out no matter what. I mean, the last thing we want is for the head-to-head result to work its way into the equation. We cannot let people remember that those two teams played on the same field early in the season because, you know, it was early in the season. So, I am concerned here. I don't like Miami in cold weather. I don't like Miami on the road all that much. This is a pressure spot. Pitt is top 20 pass. Miami defense, top 30, but Miami's defense is gettable through the air, and this is not your grandfather's Pitt, so they got to throw the ball to win. This has got to be a Carson Beck game. Carson Beck can carve them up. They can absolutely do it. Miami can absolutely go in there and hang 40. Will Miami score more than the temperature on the thermometer? Will they? I got an 8 on the upset alert concern meter. The last time I saw Miami in person, they were getting beat at SMU. So, yes, I have concern. But I think Miami's going to win the game. But I've got an 8 on the upset alert concern meter. Oregon. Yes, they played this week, guys. Season didn't end last week. Look at that setting. Oh, man. Husky Stadium. Oregon minus 6.5 at Washington. It's a way too off the radar game to be a line under a touchdown and to be a rivalry game. It just doesn't feel like a letdown spot to me for Oregon. This is a big game. I mean, they played USC last week. They beat USC. No one's overlooking this game. So if that's the quote-unquote narrative that anyone's trying to push out there, find a new narrative. Washington could just beat Oregon. What do they do special? What is the thing that Washington can do? I'm short of winning the turnover battle. What is the thing that Washington could do that just gives Oregon fits? I had trouble finding that thing today. But it could be the cumulative effect of small margins here or there. Washington's good enough where they can compete in this game. Home field up there, man, I was up there the last time Oregon went in there. This place is insane. Now, DeBoer was the coach up there at that time. Well, now it's Jed Fish. And they're looking to put an emphatic cap on the end of their season. I'm putting a 7.5 on this in terms of upset alert concern. I think it could be a competitive game. Oregon, I mean, we've seen them on the road at Penn State. They needed overtime to win. There was a last-second win at Iowa. So, I mean, they haven't gone on the road. Even against Northwestern, they won. They didn't cover. You know, good teams win, great teams cover. Let's see. At Rutgers, they body-bagged Rutgers, but then again, whomst amongst us hasn't. So I think it could be a close game. I'm going to put a 7.5 on it. Next up, I don't think this is going to be a close game. LSU is going to Oklahoma because legally they have to. The schedule says so. Oklahoma's favored by 10.5. I hate the spot for LSU. I think the season is mailed in. It will be low scoring. Oklahoma doesn't really run it up offensively. Turnovers could happen. Like, yeah, there's a path where LSU could win this. There are like 37 paths where Oklahoma could win it. Oklahoma's not getting got here. They're too close. They can smell it now. Unbelievable synergy with that team right now. Unbelievable chemistry. So, look, they may not even cover. But I am told in order to win this game, LSU's got to have more points on the board than Oklahoma, and that's just simply not going to happen. Put me in any hype video you want to. I'm putting a 3 on this out of respect for the legacy of LSU, but this team I don't think is doing much against Oklahoma. They got to score. Nussmeier's not even playing, by the way. Okay, Virginia Tech at Virginia. Hey, wait just a second. I appreciate you guys watching. Most of you are subscribed. If you're not, please do so. It's free. It helps us keep the show free, and that's how we do college football year-round. All right, back to the video. Virginia's a 9.5-point favorite. Both of them want to run the ball. Virginia, top 25 run D. Virginia Tech, 73rd ranked run defense. I think that's the most important stat in this game. I think the will to win will be decidedly more on the side of Virginia than Virginia Tech. Virginia wins, and they're in the ACC championship game, guys. There are no more hypotheticals. There are no more do this and count on that to happen. Virginia wins, and they're in it. Chandler Morris is back, and I think that they're going to win this game. I would probably pick them to cover if I had to. I'm going to put a 4 on the upset alert concern meter. It is a rivalry game, but contrary to popular belief, the better teams normally win rivalry games too. Virginia's the better team. Next up, in Atlanta, but not at Grant Field, even though it technically is a Georgia Tech home game. They are playing in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Georgia, 13.5-point favorite against Georgia Tech. Last year, this game went to 19 overtimes. It was a Haynes King legacy game. I have never seen a quarterback more valiant in defeat than Haynes King was against Georgia last year. I'm shocked he's still alive after what he endured, but it was a legacy game. He needs 2.0 this week. And frankly, even if Haynes King has really good numbers, I don't know how Tech keeps Georgia under 40. So it's just profiling as that kind of game for me. Georgia very well could play in the same building again 8 days later. I think they play this game on a Friday. So it's a 2.5 for me. I think Georgia Tech probably had about 11 weeks worth of gas in the tank, and the tank is a little bit close to empty right now. They're not getting Georgia. I'll give it a solid 2.5 out of respect for the rivalry. I don't think that's happening. Last year's wake-up call withstanding. I don't think it's happening. Ole Miss, Egg Bowl, Friday. Ole Miss minus 7.5 against Mississippi State. Has anyone talked about the game this week? It's everything but the game. You remember that song, Missing, Everything But the Girl? I think was the name of that band. The acoustic version is really good. You normally hear the techno version. Anyway, Bradley used to work at Hot Topic. He knows what I mean. Both of these teams are off a bye. This late in the season, we got two teams off a bye. Number 32 rushing offense versus number 121 rushing defense. That's the score here. Don't overthink it. Lane likes to throw the ball. You know what he really likes to do is win. And Ole Miss can run the ball for probably about a quarter mile in this game. They should. It should become academic. I will put a 6 on it in terms of upset alert concern because there are all kinds of distractions that could crop up. Lane's done really good at keeping that team focused throughout this whole thing. This is not the first week we're talking about Lane Kiffin maybe leaving Ole Miss. So that team's been pretty dialed in down the stretch here. It's a rivalry game. Yeah, technically anything can happen, blah, 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 copy, paste. I will put a 6 on this one. Friday, I will be tuned in. I want to tell you, we are very proud of what's been happening over at the Pate State store. I can confidently tell you that the Christmas merch, the 'Tis the Season collection, I had high expectations for how much that stuff would move. It has safely surpassed my expectations, and it is late November. So there's still a ton of time. We got the Merry Christmas, You Filthy Casual pullover there. It's flying. The 'Tis the Season to be Chuggy sweater, which is my personal favorite, only because Jesse came up with the other one. Unconfirmed report there. I'm not, even though I said it, I'm not confirming it because I truthfully want credit for most of the good ideas. PateStateMaterial.com. Like a lot of you have like loved ones and they watch the show and you have no idea what to get them for Christmas. I do. Go to the store. It's that easy. Look, let me get out of the way. There's the QR code. I don't think it's a virus. If you're not sure, PateStateMaterial.com. Appreciate it.